substitute a value. So when we replace the variable in the formula with the number, it's called substituting a value. And when substituting, you must place the numbers in parentheses. We'll just put this like this. So parentheses, so there's no confusion in the future. So let's look at an example. Example 1. So we're going to evaluate the following. We have negative x squared minus 2x minus 6. And we're going to say x is equal to negative 2. So let's go ahead and let's highlight wherever x is, right? We have x here and an x here. So we're going to have to go substitute in the variable with the number. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have negative, and then we have x. So we have negative 2, right, squared. Right, we're putting it in parentheses. Then we have minus 2, negative 2, and then minus 6. So notice right, anytime we saw x, we put in with parentheses this negative 2. So let's go ahead and deal with this. So we first are going to deal with, right, so anything inside of parentheses, right, if there's operations, we deal with that. Then we deal with exponents. So the first thing we're going to tackle is this. So we have negative, right, and then we have negative 2 times this negative 2. Then we have minus 2, and then times negative 2 minus 6. So then we're going to deal with this first, right, because it has to do with our exponents. So we have negative 2 times negative 2, so that's positive 4. But then we have this negative sign, so it's still going to be negative. So negative 4. Then we'll go ahead and we have this, and then minus 6. So the next thing we'll do is we'll deal with multiplication division step, right? So we have this negative 2 times negative 2, so that would become positive 4. So let's go ahead and deal with that. So we have negative 4 plus 4, because negative times a negative is positive, and then minus 6. So in this final step, we'll just add and subtract. So negative 4 plus 4, well, that just becomes 0, and then we're left with negative 6. So our answer is negative 6. Now let's look at the next example. Example 2. So we're going to evaluate the following. We have a to the third plus 4a minus 20. And a is equal to 4. So let's go and highlight anywhere we see a. So we have a here, we have a here. So let's go ahead and start to substitute those in. So we have a, so that's going to be 4 now, raised to the third power, plus 4, and then, that was right, then 4, right, so times 4, minus 20. So, right, we don't have anything inside parentheses that has to do with orders of operation. So the next step we're going to look at is exponents. So that's what we're going to solve first. So that means we're solving for this. So 4 raised to the third power means we have 4 times 4 times 4. Then we'll just write out everything else. So the first thing we're going to deal with is right here. So 4 times 4 is 16, times another 4 is 64. And if you're unsure, let's just look at this. We have 16 because 4 times 4 is 16 times 4. You go ahead and multiply. 6 times 4 is 24. Carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2 is 6. So we got 64. Then plus, right, and then the next step we're going to do is multiplication, right? So we can just go ahead and do that. So 4 times 4 is 16, right? And then we go minus 20. So we did exponents here, we did multiplication, so the only the steps to do is adding and subtracting. So we have 64 plus 16, right? So that would be 80 minus 20, so that would be 60, and that would be our final answer.